Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Michigan Insider. I'm Alejandro Zuniga, here reporting after talking to players on Monday, August 12th, early morning press conferences. Talked today to Kenneth Grant, talked to Jair Hill, Samaj Morgan, and to Josh Priebe, offensive lineman transfer from Northwestern. Getting some updates from Michigan's fall camp approaching that August 31st season opener against Fresno State. Gonna recap what we heard, because we heard a lot of interesting things. Gonna start today with Kenneth Grant. Obviously made headlines over the past week as The Athletic and the Bruce Feldman article named him one of the top freaks in college football. This makes it 5 years in a row that a defensive lineman or edge rusher for the Michigan football team has been named to the freaks list. Kenneth Grant, he's seen the news, right? He's followed it. He sees the list. He sees that Pro Football Focus has put him and Mason Graham up as two of the top returning D tackles in college football. He sees that people think that this should be the best D tackle tandem in college football. And he says he wants to live up to that. He wants to live up to those expectations. He doesn't want to take too much stock into preseason predictions, but wants to prove it on the field come August 31st, and especially come the week after that. Really, the most interesting thing we heard from him this morning is that coaches expect him to play more snaps. Said that defensive line coach Lou Esposito came up to him and said, hey, last year it was just a handful of games where any defensive tackle played more than 30, 40 snaps. Kenneth Grant said he's expecting to play 50, 60 snaps a game this fall. That means he needs to get in a lot better shape. This is what he said about that.
I've been working on my conditioning, going more plays in a row. Coach Wink's been stressing that with me and Mason just because we have bigger and more competition early. So, just from the role standpoint, just being better later. We got a lot of young guys that count on us and do what we do. So, just trying to lead by example and help them when they need help.
Turning our attention to the offense and one of the more eclectic personalities on this team in Samaj Morgan. Samaj Morgan likes to be behind a microphone, and he likes making big plays, as we saw last year. His first touchdown, right, against Indiana, goes into the post-game press conference and drops a line about wanting to terrorize that defensive back. Of course, we all fondly remember him holding the mic after the Big Ten championship game, that punt return he had against Iowa. This morning, maybe it was because it was 8:30 a.m., a bit more subdued, but still the same Samaj Morgan. And when asked a question about how he's evolved into a more complete receiver, which is what we've heard from teammates and coaches alike, he started talking independently about how he has to improve as a blocker. As Ron Bellamy has a sign up in his office that says, "No block, no rock." And that's something that Samaj has taken to heart this offseason as he prepares for a much bigger role as a sophomore.
Being at Michigan, it really just give you that will factor to really want to do something for your team. I wouldn't feel right if I got the ball and Colston was blocking for me and I scored and he got the ball like the next drive and I miss a block and he don't score. You feel me? That wouldn't be good. So you feel me? Like I feel like becoming a complete receiver really happened to me at Michigan. And it started with blocking, no block, no rock. That's what Coach Bill always say. And I want the ball, so I want being a complete receiver to me means just learning how to block.
And finally, moving to the offensive line, had a chance to talk to Northwestern transfer. He's going to be starting at guard this year for Michigan, we assume, Josh Priebe. He's someone who enrolled early, I suppose, coming out of the earlier transfer portal window as opposed to the summer transfer portal window. So we've had a chance to see him both through spring practice in the spring game. He was with the program throughout the summer and is now well in line for that starting job at guard. Here's what he had to say about how his experience at Northwestern has parlayed itself into what will be a featured role with the Wolverines this fall.
Yeah, I think getting here and be able to participate in all spring ball and really, just get the playbook down so I don't have to, there's no thinking involved now. Just go out and play free. That was really important. And also just like the amount of time I've been able to spend with the guys. One of the things we really focused on this offseason was just doing more stuff outside football together and getting closer as a group, because that certainly bleeds over into the on-field performance.
And that's going to do it for today's recap of our Michigan football press conferences. We'll have more this week. We're actually talking to head coach Sharon Moore tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. For everyone over at the Michigan Insider 24/7 Sports, I'm Alejandro Zuniga. We'll talk to you next time.